Hello everybody, long time no see. I've been taking a break, just kind of cleansing my palette and making some adjustments. I'm also getting ready to go on vacation, so thank you for your patience with all of this. I am also changing the schedule of these videos, so weekly videos are going to be coming out on Fridays now for the upcoming week from Sunday to Saturday. So that will be the new schedule for these. And just one more housekeeping item that I wanted to mention is that if you have not already signed up for my newsletter, I did bring that back, so I'm going to be sending those out on Sundays as well. If you would like, I do small readings in there for each week, so it's another like message from source, if you will, that you get in your email. So if you would like to receive that every week, go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. It is in the description box. Now, without further ado, this is going to be a reading for October 6th to the 12th of 2019. And I'm going to start out with some oracle cards. Take a deep breath into the diaphragm. Tell people how you feel. So just express the feelings at some point this week. I think you kind of want to be tender with how you do this. That's my gut is saying, you know, not to be over the top with it, but try to find yourself in a balanced space or in a calm zone before you start approaching communicating about feelings, right? Because a lot of the time, if you go in and you're really heated and you're really emotional, a lot of the time the situation will ramp up and it will just, the intensity will amplify, and you don't want that for yourself in this situation. So try to find some peace within yourself first before you address anything that's starting to bubble up to the surface. Acknowledge your feelings, process your feelings, go through all of the motions with this. And then I have an Affirmators at Work card for you. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you. My genius. I believe in my inner genius and encourage it to speak up as much as possible. When it seems to be feeling shy, I coax it to contribute ideas by sharing even the tiniest, craziest thoughts out loud. The more validated my genius feels, the more apt it is to participate. Nobody puts my genius in the corner. That's very similar to the tell people how you feel card. It seems like there is a lot that's under the surface. If you're needing some inspiration, you might find it beneficial to kind of tune in with this part of yourself. Just check in with it and see what it has to say. Okay, now let's see what else we have coming up. The Magi, I'm not sure if that's actually how you pronounce it. Total transparency with this card. I find this energy to be kind of frustrating. So don't get concerned if this week you're feeling like you don't have answers, you're feeling lost, you're confused, you don't know what the next step ought to be. That's this energy right here. That's kind of why you have to tap into the feelings. You have to tap into your creative energy, your genius, your inner knowing. And this card is what allows you to kind of cut through any of the noise and cut through all of the stuff that's kind of cluttering your space or that's distracting you. But it can be kind of irritating because this is a limbo card. This is not an answer. This is the path to getting to the answers. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't expect this week to resolve everything or for this to be the week where you get all the answers necessarily. It's more of this week is paving a path to getting the answers. Honestly, with this type of energy, I would say get quiet, meditate, journal, do all of the reflective activities, because that's what's going to help you shape things moving forward. Try to just hold space for the answers to come this week. Don't lock yourself into, I need to do it this way. Instead, you're kind of going to want to feel into the solutions, pay attention to the inspiration that's coming up. Use that as a compass more than anything else, and see what happens for you from that place. It's like you want to invite things in. You kind of want to call the answers in, not try to wrestle and wrangle them. So invite the solutions, invite the clarity, get quiet, go for a walk in the evening, find some space where you don't have any distractions, and see what comes up. All right, let's see what else is going on this week. First thing that I'm pulling is the Seven of Wands. I can't remember which movie this is from. I just saw somebody talking about this, the Don't Panic book. I can't remember for the life of me right now. I'm not going to try to recall it. But the thing is that you're going to emerge from the weeds, so to speak. The Seven of Wands is like, there might be a lot of conflict. It might feel really exhausting. It might feel like you're not able to gain any traction right this moment. But this is an image of you being able to emerge out of that space, really coming out of that. So hang in there. I just think that this week might feel kind of frustrating or kind of discombobulating. So don't put too much stock in that temporary energy. Okay, let's see what else. We have strength. So personal power. Okay, this is a reminder of all the times, all the experiences when you've had to persevere through something. When you've exerted your will, when you've said, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to make this thing happen, I'm going to push forward in this way. It's all of those times when you've been able to harness that power and emerge out of that. So the Seven of Wands is just showing you, yes, you're getting there. You've been in this position before in some capacity, whether it be a fragmented experience or little reflections in your past. It's like you've done this before. So try to hang in there with that. And then we have the Chariot. It's going to feel unstable. The Chariot, while it's a nice progress card, like it's just that energy of, oh yes, I'm doing it, I'm making it happen, I'm pushing into the next stage. It's also really hard to control. That's why you have a rat, is what she's riding on. And that would be really hard to control. It's not like a horse. It's not easy to ride. And so it's just going to feel a little bit out of control. You know, just kind of anticipate not feeling 100% steady, but you're getting there. That's what you're working towards. So it's okay if the energy feels a little bit chaotic. And then we have the Sun. Let me pull another one before I read this. I feel like there's something else that wants to come up with this. Five of Wands. Okay, so this is the friction around finding joy. Okay, finding pleasure or something that works for you or something fun or any variation of that. This is saying there's some problem solving that kind of needs to occur, or you kind of need to experiment before you can feel totally grounded in that. The goal seems to be the Sun, right? That's kind of like the end all be all. Hey, this is the energy that I want to carry with me. And we all kind of want this. It's that childlike play and enjoyment out of life, which I really do think we inherently want and need in our lives. And so the Five of Wands is just the friction to getting there. I really love this card. You guys probably know that about me, but the energy of this isn't something that you need to worry about at all. My advice for dealing with this is just, if you feel called to, try it out. Take a stab in the dark. You know, it doesn't matter whether or not it works. You just want to gather the data to see what stimulates this within you, what feels good. And the more you can try to problem solve from that place, you're going to find pockets of ways that you're recharging your battery. Okay, let's see what else is coming up. Seven of Cups, lots of options. Yeah, that's why you want to experiment. You don't want to get locked into, I need to do it one way, or I need to do this one thing. You can try a few things. You know, maybe this is pointing you to clarity, because sometimes if we have a bunch of options, we're just automatically drawn to one of them. Other times, it's saying maybe you scatter your energy a little bit. So wherever you are with that, it doesn't really matter. Just pay attention to it. And then we also have the Four of Cups. Five of Cups, excuse me. Okay, the Five of Cups has to do with perspective. So this might be some disappointment in yourself, or like, why am I not getting it yet? Why do I not have this figured out? Why am I not stable yet? It's a lot of frustration around yourself is what I'm getting, just because you have these 2 sevens sitting here, and that can be really annoying. And oh, you have a third 7 as well with the Chariot. Anyway, so the Five of Cups is about orienting towards what's working. That's why I'm saying you have to make an attempt with the friction that you're experiencing to get back to the place of the Sun. Okay, this is like the energy that you're after, but the path to getting there is making attempts, trying things out. Even if it doesn't make sense, just seeing, does this routine work for me? Does this activity work for me? What is it that's going to help break up the monotony and inspire action, confidence within yourself, anything you're looking for? So that's where this week is going to be about experimentation and doing a lot of reflective work so that you don't get stuck in, but it's not working yet. So that the Five of Cups is where you can get really trapped in, but it's not working for me yet. What am I doing wrong? And kind of becoming obsessed with that. So don't let yourself go there. Instead, just view it as, if there's discomfort, if there's frustration or friction, be willing to experiment within that and see what brings shifts and what's really going on underneath that. I almost flipped this card over. We're going to do a 3-card pick. You're welcome to ask a question, ask for clarity, insight, whatever you need. Take a deep breath into the diaphragm. Card number 1, the Hierophant. So it looks like routine and boundaries are going to be important. I know that the Hanged Man often comes up for a routine, but I see it as the Hierophant as well, because it is about structure. It's about the organization that you bring into institutions or how that's built, as well as your own life. So you might find that sculpting that out this week is going to be really helpful and beneficial for you. And then we have the World for card number 2. Things are coming together. I just think that it's going to feel a little bit frustrating and crazy making in the interim. You know, it's not all coming together yet. Okay, when you think about where you are now, and then the amount of time that you have left, let's just go like on Earth, right? Think super, super macro. Cut yourself a little bit of slack. If you zoom out, then you might find, oh wait, I do have plenty of time to make this happen. And that's what the World really helps with. It's kind of like, watch the entire path unfold before you get overly critical. So see how that works for you. And then card number 3, we have the Ace of Swords. Jot down your ideas and your inspiration this week. I think it might help you later. Keep a notebook on hand. That's kind of the energy of this card, is like the, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do that. And the best way to stimulate this, if you're needing ideas, kind of like this Genius card up here, if you're needing that, then the best way to hear that is get quiet, meditate, go for a run, whatever quiets your mind. It doesn't matter what it is. So that's the way that you're going to hear those intuitive downloads, or that inspiration, or that aha, that spark that you might need, that way that you could problem solve this thing. Do that and see what happens from there. All right, everybody, that is all that I have for you this week. I will be out of town tomorrow, so my content, I'm gonna film some more stuff for next week right now. And then if you're needing a session, I'll be back the following week, so you can work with me then. All right, everybody, that's all that I have for you today. Check out all of the stuff in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing. And until next time, have a beautiful second week of October. Have a good one. Bye-bye.